Hiya friends, due to popular demand and the fact I've got nothing better to do, I thought I'd showcase my WordPress website, which is rod.tv, which happens to be my name, so I was pretty chuffed to get that domain name and URL address, which is Uniform Response Language, URL stands for. Okay, we'll go to the front page. Yeah, we'll do that. Come on, load up. Alright, here we go. Here's the front page. I'll scroll down. As you can see here, it's got a few music-related items. Speakers, guitar, someone with a microphone, Fender Strat, another Fender Strat with SRV on it, which is short for Stevie Ray Vaughan, a pretty famous blues guitarist from Texas. Alright, we'll scroll down. Here's a little sticky post, which means it always stays up the top. It's just telling people who I am and that I'd like to maybe get together and do some jamming. If we scroll down here, we have one of my latest posts, which has two links to two photo pages, which are also in the... Yeah, here we go. They're in the sidebar, some photos, more photos, and they are sub-pages of the About page. So if we go here, some photos, more photos appears as well. And we'll probably click on that in a minute. Scroll down here. Here's just a silly YouTube video I did regarding my car. Might push it for 2 seconds. I had a bit of fun and just stuck some animals and what have you to the dashboard, and yeah, here we go. A little bit noisy, but that's just to show you that being rod.tv, I guess I've tried to implement a video into the website. And we'll let this run for 2 more seconds, and then we'll I think we've got the general idea. That's my old 87 high-ace van. The purpose of a WordPress blog can be for many reasons. For me, it's like a virtual calling card. You get to see who I am, what I'm about, some of the fun things I do. Alright, enough's enough. We'll scroll down a bit further, and here's one of my YouTube songs, which are actually the bulk of this site. Haunting Blues, I like it. Maybe you would too. Have a look. I like the electric guitar, so Ode to Angus, I did that a few years ago. It hasn't had many hits, but once again, I like it. This is a bit of stirring within the household, because one of the housemates wears a onesie and we're all disgusted. Once again, another song. The title of the song was actually from the street where I had just moved into a house, only to get an eviction notice the next day because they were going to auction the house. So it was a complete waste of time, but I did get to write Alexandra's song. So, yeah, I guess that. And here we go, and a few more. I'll scroll down. Just a little review for a pedal that I had purchased for dirt cheap from Aldi's. Okay, let's go back up the top. And, alright, I said I'd click on one of these pages, so let's do it. Now, the pages load up pretty good considering there's so many photos on them. Also, this theme that I have here, I've only changed back to it recently because it loads up pretty quick, as opposed to the theme that I used to have, which took forever to load, and I thought, well, that might be putting people off. Not that I think I get many visitors anyway, but yeah, so I decided to go with a minimal theme, with the idea being that it loads up quickly. But yeah, here's some of my photos from Melbourne, Melbourne, Australia, where I live. This one in particular is Carlton, a road heading into the city. There's one of my guitars. There's me at a guitar shop. And then, yeah, some of the local graffiti I've taken photos of. So, yeah, it's good fun, something to do. I don't graffiti myself, but I do like the artwork. It's visual. We live in a visual world, so it's good fun to maybe just grab the old camcorder. I don't even have a proper digital camera, or I don't really use my phone for pictures. I just grab the old camcorder and, look, seems to take good pictures to me. So yeah, I dig the graffiti photos, and there is another page similar to that. But what we'll do is, once again, we'll go back to the home page. Now, I also write a few ebooks, so I've used some of the pages here to be like, once again, as I said, virtual calling cards or virtual business card, for want of a better term. Domain names. A domain name is a website address. So rod.tv is a website address, and people actually buy and sell good domain names because they're self-branding and it will help your business. So I've actually been interested in domain names for a while, and I've written I've written one book about domain name investing, and I've done one update. And I had fun doing that, to the point I actually have written a few other books. Jack Ugly, which I quite really, hang on, scrolling down, but not much has happened. Oh, there's a little spinning wheel, and all's good in the world again. And, oh, right, we don't have the cover there. But, yeah, I just thought that was funny. There are some things that can't be answered by Google. How true. But also, when you've got a WordPress site and you put a video or photo in, or photo I should say, you'll see the little hand comes up because there's a link. And if we click on that link, so this, as I said, this is like a virtual business card for me, with the idea being that when I advertise the books on the page, it will actually take you, if you click, through to the sales site. So, and there's the cover. I like it. And the story's type of medical and a little bit dark, so I think the cover suits it. All right, we'll go back. And we'll scroll back up. Come on, up we go. The Harlem Cafe. This was the first ebook that I wrote. It took 2 years, 170,000 words, and it sold one copy. Maybe it's the Van Gogh theory. They'll discover it 100 years after I'm gone. But it is a really cool story. I don't claim to be a good writer, but I do claim to write a good story. And I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to break it up. Once again, you'll see the hand shows that there is a link. I'm going to break it up into 2 stories and then add a third one. Again, I've added a sales link here. These are a few random paragraphs, just as a bit of a tease. And, oh yeah, not that I really worship vampires or anything, but they seem to always be popular. So I thought I'd try write a couple of vampire books. And, yeah, Vampire Hire, which I own the domain name to that as well. And it is a standalone site, actually. There's another one, Vampire Graveyard, once again. You can see there's a link. The little white hand comes up demonstrating a link, and links to other books are also included in the post. Even my contact email address if for some reason someone needs to contact me. Now in the sidebar we also have the opportunity to add links, and I have a couple of other sites. Some are simples. This is probably the most complex, even though it's not really complex with content and what have you, but it has a few pages, has a few posts and that. Whereas this one, for example, Health Tea, we'll click on that. And this is just a basically a video site demonstrating the different types of tea and their benefits. And they're third-party videos that I've actually taken from YouTube and just put them into the site. As you can see, we have different types of tea. Oolong tea, never tried it actually. This tea here, I've never tried as well. For some reason that thing looks like a hamburger to me, but we're meant to be thinking good health. White tea and its benefits. Keep scrolling down. Green tea, black tea, benefits of health tea. So this one really, once again, here's a few calling pages. Click on vampires. Hopefully the picture's still there. Sometimes when you open up a WordPress site you might discover the picture's disappeared. And here's one example of it. Wow, now I've just realised that I have to come back to this site and actually reinstall the picture. But we won't do that now. In fact, we'll actually click back. Click back to Rod. And yeah, here we go. We're back on the home page. Let's have a look at the dashboard. Oh yeah, we'll go to themes. I won't stay on this part of it for long. I think we all get the idea. But yeah, this theme here is the other theme that I put in, but all this blue stuff, it would take forever to load up. And a little line would drop from the top and a blue curtain would type of unveil. But it really did take a long time. This theme here, I grabbed it, but I type it, I don't know, looks like Christmas or something to me. And this one I knew that I always liked and loaded well, so I went back to it. So that was easy enough. Then we, let's see, I wonder how many posts we have. Let's have a look. Not that many, I don't think. I had 24. And that's over a period of time, actually. So I really haven't been all that busy. I've done lots of photos, which was really a link to the pages. I prefer this because of the .tv extension address here for the domain name. I prefer it to be a video site, so I don't really write a lot of content on this site. Whereas my other site where this will appear, wordy.tv, there's a bit more written content on that, and that's where this screencast will end up actually. So let's go settings. That's all pretty straightforward, so you can do all this yourself. I will click reading just to show you that on this page, on the front page, I've allowed for 10 posts to appear. But I can change that, and possibly the site will load up even quicker. We'll make it 7. And then we'll scroll down, we'll save changes, and only 7 of my latest posts will appear on the front page. A very quick look at the plugins, installed plugins. Okay, secure WordPress, that's part of my anti-hacker strategy. Askimet, that gets rid of all the comment spam, people and bots that even don't want anything to do with the site but try to dump a link by doing just some vague comment. This plugin here will get rid of that. Sitemap, I installed that when I first did the site. If you create a sitemap, Google will find you a bit easier. This one I actually only put in today, Capture. What that means is when I go to log on, there's also a little mathematical equation like 6 minus 5 equals, and there's a box and you put 1 in it, and that is part of the logon. And when hackers and spam bots and what have you try to maybe break into your site, because they're doing it off software and they're not a person, they can't do the equation. So that keeps people out of your site as well. I have a WordPress account, a AdSense account, which is Google, and that means I can put Google ads on my site, and maybe if someone clicks on them I earn a couple of cents. It helps, I guess. And this plugin here is dedicated to where you put your ads on your posts. So you may go to settings. Actually, well, we might as well click it. Go to settings, scroll down, and see there's nothing here. Suppress lead ad, suppress mid post. The only one that I've actually allowed, and this is the short script here from Google, is actually at the top of a post in the center. And whenever I make a change, maybe I want to put it down the bottom here, I would simply highlight it, then copy it, scroll down here, get rid of all this, and then I would actually, we don't want that, that's an old IP address that was spamming me, so I blocked it at my hosting, and then I would paste it into here, and then I would come down here, change that, and see, I would unsuppress it, which means I would make it active, and I would probably center it, I think would be the best. So yeah, then I would come down here, here we go, and we would save changes. And my ad from up the top of the post would then appear down the bottom of the post. But I'm happy where the ads are, so I'm going to leave that. So quickly back to plugins, installed plugins. We're nearly finished with this, by the way. So here we go. Here's another one with multi-site support. Some WordPress sites you can run as multi-sites. I think different languages and under different headings, but I haven't looked into it, to be honest. Limit logon attempts. Once again, that's to stop hackers. You can limit it to one attempt, and if they get it wrong, they can't get back in again. WordPress Firewall 2, that once again is a security feature. WordPress Importer. Every time you do an update of any sort, via tools, you should export your content, and that will export it to your home computer. Alright, let's do it now actually. Okay, all content, download export file. So I've hit download, and as you can see, it just went over here and it downloaded. Now if my site crashes, I have my files backed up, ready to reinstall. And where are we? We're looking for plugins again, yes. Click install plugins, and as part of the reinstalling, I would need this plugin here, WordPress Importer. And also WordPress WP Date Remover. By having this plugin, that means that your posts will not have a date on them, and they could be 5 years old and still look like they were done yesterday, provided the content is relevant. Alright, we'll just scroll to the front page one more time, and let's have a look. Okay, here we go. This ad here, that, remember I said Easy AdSense plugin and how I had nominated it for up the top? Well, here's a post and it's up the top. Had I done the changes that I was saying, it would have ended up down here, the way I was saying suppress lead out ad and then make it the bottom ad in the center. And you're allowed 3 little Google ads on a site, or on a page. You can have as many as you want on the site, but each page should only have 3 Google ads. So we've got 1, 2, 3. But I could have actually put one here in the sidebar. And for 2 seconds worth, I'll actually show you that. We'll go to widgets. And what I could have done is, I could have grabbed the text icon, dragged it up, put it under archives, put it in there, and then I could have cut and pasted the Google script code, put it into here. I would have scrolled down, I would have saved it, I would have then closed it, and there would have been a text area in the sidebar with a Google ad. But then I would have had to adjust my Easy AdSense plugin to say only 2 AdSense blocks on the front page because I had a static one down the side here. I think that's all I really need to type to show you. Here's some archives. I put recent posts up there. They're not that recent, to be honest, but oh yeah, here we go. See, by author Rod. Well, because I'm logged in, there's an edit option, but that would not be here. And there's no date and time. So this looking to jam post, I think it's been around for a while and no one's really contacted me, but it's there. And who knows, maybe one day and I'll get to make a bit of noise with my electric guitar. But what we'll do is, all right, we'll log out now because we've seen the site. Log out. 3 attempts remaining. That's part of the limit logon attempt plugin. And here's your captcha. 6 times 7 equals 42 in my books. So I would write 6 here when I was logging on. This captcha always changes. And what we'll do is we'll go back to Rod's and scroll down just for a sec. Let it load. It loads pretty quick. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like this theme. And here we have all for Rod, and there is no time or date. So as I said, the site is pretty much looks like it was made yesterday when you get a visitor. Although I guess the archives give it away that it's been around for a little while. There you go, January 2013, so that's pretty cool. Alright, that's my site. yeah, my site, my other site, www.wordy.tv, is also looking for example WordPress sites. And if you go to wordy.tv, you would see, actually, why not go there now just to show you. Wordy, hit enter, let it load up. And here we go, WordPress examples. Okay, I've clicked it. And this little video is actually going to go here. You can see I've done a screenshot. It's got a link. Link would be just to one of the pages in this site, nothing special. But under here, there's an explanation that I am seeking other WordPress example sites. And down the bottom here, you can see here is my email. If you want your site up here and would like to write a bit about it, probably 500 words at the minimum, you could send an email to this email address and yeah, with a reference to WordPress example, and I could actually add your site to this site. So alright, we'll go home here. So this, as I said, this is one of my sites that really has a bit more content, and well, that's what Google and these search engines see is content, and probably regular content at that. So alright, we started off at Rod's. I think we'll go back there and